Sun Brewing. Welcome to Sun Brewing. This is Cooking with the Guapo birthday edition. Today I turned 27 years old. I turned today. Yeah. Okay. I just took a drink out of my Gruit beer. It's called Gypsy's Gruit. Well, Gypsy's Gruit for short. The full name of the beer is Gypsy's Beer Music Gruit. This beer, in my view, is phenomenal. A banana clove aroma because of the yeast I use. I use a German yeast strain. It was open fermented. It has no hops. It was used with whole lemons to give it a little bit of bitterness, and it's not too bitter. It has local honey and erva de vibra, which is an herb. It's like a strong green tea. And the local honey kind of tied it all together. A nice lemony. It's not too lemony. Great tasting, refreshing beer for the summer. 6.3 ABV. Okay, so what I have planned for today is a very long day of cooking, making beer, making Tepache. I'm gonna make my Tepache, Sun Tepache sour beer today. But first, I'm gonna make regular Tepache just to show how it's made so I can correlate it to how I made the sour beer, Tepache sour beer. Okay, so these ingredients here, you have cloves, cinnamon sticks, piloncillo, which is similar to brown sugar, it's unrefined, and then pineapple. So what Tepache is, and I've been making it for years. I made it, it was here the first day that I opened this business. It's been here on and off ever since. It's more popular during certain seasons, but I tend to have it all year round, at least sometimes on and off. Okay, what this is it's a bacterial fermented beverage. It's not a beer, but it's an ancient way of brewing. And what you do is you take the pineapple skins, right? So this is a bacterial fermentation. I just bought these pineapples from SureSave. So you cut off the skins to get the bacteria off of it, and then it ferments. And then I'll save this right here to make other food ingredients from. So I take these skins, throw it in a bucket, and you can come up with your own ratios. The ratio that I like to do is about somewhere between 2 and 3 pineapples per gallon. That's about what I do. Other people have more. And I normally let it sit for about 3 days. So what you do is, you put the skins in here, and you put these ingredients in there with water. And then you put a cheesecloth over the bucket, and you let it sit at about room temperature for about 3 days. Some people are 5 days, and some people are 2 days. I like it at 3 days because it's not too sour. It hasn't fermented too long. And then you get a very light, refreshing, sour beverage. It's an acquired taste. Very acquired taste. You don't find this in El Paso too much. It's very rare. You don't find it too many places. You see it in Mexico in the parks. That's where I first found it. You don't see it in establishments too much. It's just kind of unconventional. It's uncommon in today's brewing, but I'm telling you, the taste of Tepache is fabulous. It's spectacular. It's this sour, cinnamony, sweet, clovish taste. It's truly phenomenal. It's perfect for a summer day. I drink it all year round. But these types of fermentations are, to me, kind of exciting, kind of unique, they're spontaneous. And they produce some of the very best tasting beverages in the whole world, in my view. That's kind of why people love lambics, right? Okay, so there's several ways you could do it. Like, you could boil this in water, let it cool off, put it in there, or you could just put it into the water. You can get ground cloves, put it in there, or you could just put these in there. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can do it. So I'm going to put all these ingredients in there, let it set, fill it with water, and then put a cheesecloth over it. And then 3 days later, you're going to see this thick, foamy, white bacteria fermented foam on there. And then you'll know it's done. Then you can transport it to a whatever you're going to picture or something. Okay. Let me just rinse my hands real quick. So, that's how you make Tepache, and I'm going to finish this up here a little bit later. How that relates to making a sour beer. I come up with this method, right? Well, I'm not saying I invented it, but I just thought it up. So, with this same exact process to make Tepache, so what I do is instead of the water being in there, I put beer wort in there. So I actually let these ingredients sit in the beer wort 3 days. I let it sit. It sours for 3 days. Then I boil it, and that kills all the bacteria. Then I open ferment it like a normal fermented beer. I put it at a very low ABV to kind of bring out the sourness and make it refreshing and for everybody to where the alcohol is overpowered. So with this Tepache here, it's typically maybe 1%, 1.5%, depending on how long you let it go. But some people will take it and then they'll spike it with either a tequila, a mezcal, or just a plain old beer that they think complements the Tepache. So a lot of people do it that way. But with Tepache, you have to drink it right away. It's not meant to keep for too long because it gets vinegary. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to show this. This is my Son Tepache sour beer. This is a very low ABV. So this is really, it has almost identical taste as Tepache, and that's kind of the idea that I wanted for a low ABV type of a beer, very low. This is mostly, this beer's for all flavor. So you can just see, and the aroma is just like Tepache. The only difference is that this beer isn't going to continue to ferment or get more sour. Cut off because I boiled it. Oh, that is good. For me, I love this. If you don't know what Tepache is, it really throws them off. Or if you've never had a sour beer like a Flounder's Red or some of these other sours, odds are you're not going to like it because a lot of our tastes are acquired. And a lot of people are told what is right and what is wrong. Like, this pairs with this, or this is bad, or this is good, this is right, this is wrong. This to me is just have an open mind. It's like, not a lot of people know it. This is a very unique tasting sour beer, and Tepache is just a very beautiful tasting fermented beverage. So if you have an open mind about it, and it is an acquired taste if you're just used to certain types of taste. But this, you can acquire it and you will love it even more and more. Okay, so today's a beautiful day. It's hot. I'm gonna start grilling these ribs. Drink this Tepache sour beer. And I just want to get one more look. These ones here are the lamb ribs. We're gonna be grilling out all day today. I'm gonna put this on the community grill. So those are some nice beef ribs. These are huge slabs of pork ribs. And I'm just giving this away to the public because anytime that I cook on the grill, I just give it away. Because it's not out of my kitchen, and I love to grill, and if I do it, anybody can have the food. And it's my birthday. But anyways, we'll be back, and we'll have snippets throughout the whole day in the festivities. Okay, see.
Children's Medicaid cover dental visits, eye care, prescription medications, pre-existing conditions, and much more.
Hey, Judy, how's it going, man? You going over here? You going over here? Making jalapeno chili jam ribs.
I'm drinking Brew It with a tea.
So just wanted to get the grill master in here and everybody in, and then Ted and this is Bob, the owner of the tattoo shop. No, this is a recording. Yeah.
I have not taken a bite.
Yeah.
We're talking about different beers and about some real beers for me. You go there, you don't know what they brew, and they may not have a brew time. That one in this case. That's this one.
Yeah, it's this one.
Where's it go out
The Las Palmas del Sol Emergency Services
What time
Centers
is
are
it?
here to give you the relief you
Thursday
need.
and
They're
Friday.
located close to home on the east and west sides. The kind of emergency staff ready to do
Friday from
any
4 to
emergency
10, but
conditions.
here I can
24 hours a day, 7 days a week,
Saturday is 2 to
365 days.
10, but people say I can stay open midnight. And Sunday at from 2 to 9, and then Sundays I close right at. I gotta work in the
We'll go to
morning.
work. And basically, it's out here.
Yeah, a little place on the inside.
I read in the paper that you guys were having like some kind of a party, music, the real.
Yeah, cake party on the Rio.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, we had a pig and there's a
Oh
rabbit.
my God, I don't like that.
I know, I heard about it.
Okay.
He had when the first rib, when the first water comes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got a present for Anna.
To celebrate another milestone because we're the first
Anna?
only utility in the region
Will
to
you marry
generate
me?
100%
Don't
coal-free
answer.
electricity, reducing 1 billion pounds of
Yes.
dioxide from our emissions.
That was given to me by my mom, and I think it was given to me by my grandma. My great grandma.
Oh my God.
190,000 cars off the road and planting 20 million trees.
Thank you.
I told her not to answer, so she didn't have to answer right now.
I said yes.
Our community is ready.
You can cut it now.
What happened?
Oh, okay. Just want to say that when you know it's right, it's right. Like, I had a friend, his name was the El Paso Elvis. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just making, no, I'm not making it up. But I really had a friend called the El Paso Elvis, and he really was the El Paso Elvis. He was on radio shows and everything. He fixed my old Mustang and everything. And I said, Elvis, how long did it take you to get married? He said 3 weeks. I was like, man, that was just back in the days. Well, I've known Anna for 3 days. No, I've known her a little while now. So, I'm just saying that there's no rules. It's unscripted. There's no, for me, there's no such thing as you gotta do this and you gotta do that. It's like, hey man, when it's right, it's right. That's it. You can cut it. Okay, welcome back to Cooking with El Guapo, my birthday edition and my proposal edition. I wasn't able to make my Sun Tepache sour beer on my birthday because I just got too many things going on, but a lot of good came from that because here I am now, I'm gonna make it, and some of my very best concoctions, my best beers, my best food creations that came from an accident. So, because of these circumstances, I'm gonna alter my normal recipe and then we'll just see how it turns out. Because if you remember on Sunday, I made traditional Mexican Tepache. Well, it's been bacteria fermenting for days now, and if you look in here, you can see this right here is a bacteria fermentation. You can see how nice and fermented it is. It has all the ingredients and everything. So normally what I do is I take the same process. I take the, like I did at the beginning of the video, I took the skins from the pineapple, the clavos, the piloncillo, cinnamon sticks and everything, and then I put it into the wort and I soured in the worts. This time, because my schedule's altered, what I'm going to do this time is to use this Mexican Tepache, and always be sure there's a cheesecloth on here, but it's okay now because we're about to use it. So the alteration is that it's been bacteria fermenting for a couple days now, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make just a really bland style of a pale ale, and then I'm going to dump that into the wort and then boil it, cut it off, and then open ferment it, and then and that's how we'll do this recipe. And who knows, it could turn out great. And my objective is to not have precise instructions on how to do every little thing, because a lot of the things that I do, for example, my Thanksgiving turkey, I never do it exactly the same, but they are equally as good. I mean, equally as good. And so it's not about, for me, it's not about duplicating exactly, but it's about the spirit of what you're doing. So in this case, the objective is to make a Tepache sour beer, and whatever fashion that you like. And some people like it's more clovish, cinnamony. Some people like that very less. At the end of the day, you've made a Tepache sour beer. So that's the objective. So you may want to make it at 6%, 7%, or whatever. For me, Tepache, in the spirit of Mexican Tepache, I think it needs to be a very low ABV, because that's kind of what it was meant to be. It was never meant to be this high octane beer or fermented beverage. In this case, it will be a beer. So what I do is I'll take 5 pounds in about a 5-gallon bucket, between 4 and 5 pounds in a 5-gallon bucket, and then about 1 pound of piloncillo. If you want to mix that piloncillo with maybe a ratio to dark brown sugar, or whatever brown sugar you like, you can do that. I've did that before. So that's what we're gonna do. I have the water boiling. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna dump this in here real quick. This is just American 2-row pale ale. Dump it in there. Nice and so we got about not quite 5 pounds in there. And then so this is a very simple pale ale to be supplemented with the Tepache. So believe it or not, I don't know if people are going to believe me on this, but I pour in the grains first, then the water, and for some reason, I don't get a stuck sparge. I don't get a stuck. I don't get a stuck fermented. I mean, I don't get a stuck anything. I'll pour the water in here at about 153, 155 degrees. And with Tepache, you don't need to water treat it. It's not like it's an IPA or any of these other fancy beers. Or they weren't fancy for their great predecessors. They're fancy now, but today, and you know, the Tepache being an ancient way of brewing, you don't have to treat the water. Whatever water you have, for whatever region you're from, here in El Paso, Canutillo, it's a hard water, which is good for brewing, a high pH value of about low 7%, 7.1, 7.2% range. That's plenty good. Don't worry about the chlorophenols, don't worry about nothing. Just get tap water, get it at a temperature for starch conversion, put it in here, convert it. I'm going to put it in my boiler, and then we'll dump that Tepache in there, and then we'll proceed. So that's the plan for today. This right here is some Tepache. I've already made it. I've actually been making this for a very long time. I just got around to making it for my brewery and my brew pub, in my pub section. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm going to check on the water temperature and be right back. Okay, I got the water at the proper temperature. Oh. You'll never believe it. I forgot to close the spigot, so now it dripped on the floor. It's okay. It's all right. Okay, so we got the water at the proper temperature. This here. Yes. 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 Okay, as you can see here, it's about 151 degrees. That's good enough for me. Okay. Okay, so now I'm just gonna seal it. And I'm leaving enough volume in there for when I drain it that there's enough for the Tepache to go in there, because I altered my recipe. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I'm about to flip my ribs. Every single time I do a cooking with El Guapo, no matter how many segments and broken up in how many days, I always cook. It's a tradition to cook. So what we have here is we got some lamb ribs. That's these big ones. These are lamb ribs. And that. Wow, look at that. These have been cooking forever, but still not done yet. These are beef ribs. These are the good ones. Take a good look at this. I just put this onion in here. Okay, look at that, look at that. That is a work of art, it's beautiful. Just doesn't get better than this. I just love this. Grilling out is me. I keep grilling and I'll always keep going. Okay, close this, get some more smoke. There's some pecan wood in there, some pecan smoke. I'm gonna go check on the fermentation here. I'll be right back. Okay, it's draining. No stuck sparges, no stuck anything. Okay, it's draining. You see how clear it is? That's just American two-row pale grains. Canutillo surprise water. Don't worry, I took out the fishes. This is the way Tepache was meant to be made. This is going to be an actual sour beer here, but okay, it's filling up here, and then we'll come back when it's filled, and then I'll dump the Tepache in there and we'll go to the next phase. Okay, we're on to the next phase. If you look in here, this beautiful color here, all that is American two-row. That's it, American two-row. So now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take a drink of this Tepache sour beer, and I'm gonna take this right here is the fermented beverage that I was telling you about. I'm gonna dump it in here. So look at this. You see the clavos, the piloncillo, the skins. You can see all of that, right? Okay. Oh, the aroma, the sourness, it's just, you can smell, just by the smell of Tepache, you know how sour it is. So you can tell just by the look, the feel, and the aroma how sour it is, and this is about right. I've been making Tepache many years. Okay, so now I'm gonna boil this, and then we're going to the next phase. I'll be right back. Okay, we have a rolling boil here. This is Sun Tepache here. The 45-minute mark, okay? So what I have here, U.S. Tettnang hops. They've been dried in the air. They're not normal hops. I use them for cooking. They've been kind of dried out in the open, so they're not fresh hops, and that's the way that I want them for this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop these in here. Okay, so those hops, what we really want is just about 3 IBUs to 5 IBUs. A little bit in there. That's about it. You can see the beautiful boil going on. Okay, we will go on to the next phase here. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so the beer's been boiled. You can see my process. The minute details, not so important. Whether it's 3.1% or 3.4%, and even if you wanted 4%, you understand how I originally made Tepache, and then how I adjusted it for today, and then we're gonna see the differences in the Tepache, and that's what it's all about, is experimentation. Okay, so now I'm gonna look at my ribs, my lamb ribs and my beef ribs, because I'm doing what I love to do here. Wow, man, wow, wow, wow. Let me go over here and get this right here is my apricot chili jam. My good friend Hempy made that. That is homemade, ladies and gentlemen. That is homemade apricot chili, Mexican chili jam. And I'm gonna put this on my ribs. Ribs. They're not done cooking yet. I'm gonna cook these. I'm gonna cook these all night. I'm gonna cook these. You can see that's my lamb ribs. This is my beef ribs. Whoa, that's heavy. Okay. Put down right there. Here's my ribs. Okay, look at that. Would you look at this? Would you look how beautiful that is? Okay, so my good friend Charlie, for my birthday, had this great idea to make ribs with jalapeno chili jam. And Charlie's gonna be on my next Cooking with a Guapo. That guy is the real deal. He's a true grill master. I mean, he has no certificates. He's a backyard cook like me. I mean, and I take pride in that. So Charlie has a real passion. He knows all these chilies. He's always coming up with these different chili things. He's buying all these chili things. He's always grilling. I respect them, and I love people like that. Because you don't need some certificate to say that you love something or that you're some great grill master. So Charlie, thank you for that idea. I can't believe I didn't think of that already, man. I cannot believe I didn't think about jalapeno chili jam ribs. But for this one right here, it's perfect because I have my Miados de Alien. I'm about to release my Miados de Alien. I release it every now and then. You know, it's just one of the greatest beers I've ever made. People love that beer. So I've been trying to come up with different ways to make something special for Miados de Alien. So from Charlie went from his jalapeno jelly ribs to me, my apricot chili jam from Hempy. Hempy, thank you very much for making this. This is homemade. So what I'm gonna do is what Charlie did, but with, see, look at that. You can see the smoked peppers on there. You can see them. See, look at those smoked peppers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on here like this. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Would you look at this? This is something very special. Look at that. Just look at it. Okay, so, okay, look at that. You can see the apricot right there. See the apricots? And the chilies. Hempy, I've already used this jam before. It is something very special, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this apricot chili jam on here. And then I'm gonna put it back in the grill, let it smoke a little bit, let this caramelize maybe 10 minutes. Because we're at the end of the road. It just needs to caramelize a little bit more. Gets nice little caramelized, and then we're finished. Okay, so this is the end of Cooking with El Guapo birthday edition, my proposal edition to my new fiance Ana Galliano. This has been a very special episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's been it's lengthy. There's a lot of things being said, but it's good information. It's good information. So I don't think there's much left. Just in the boil from the Tepache, I'm gonna open ferment it with the German yeast strain K97. It gives a beautiful banana clove head aroma to whatever you're doing. It's very, very good for open fermentations, and it's perfect for the Tepache, so I'm gonna do that. You don't need to see it, but that concludes it. I'm about to throw this back on the grill, finish off the beer. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for everything. Thank you for tuning in. And this has been a very special Cooking with El Guapo, because there's just a lot of love in the air. There's me and Anna, the person recording right now. There's a lot of love going on right now. A lot of love in the food, a lot of love in the beer. And ultimately, that's what it's about. Thank you very much. See you in I'll see you in part 2 in the finished product, because we gotta have the finished product. So I'll see you in that too.